Join era. Join just.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible on call? Like,
Yes, you are, approach.
Thanks, Naveen. So, like every one of y'all are aware that why we are gathered here today. Let me just go through the journey of both Martin and Misty. I have prepared a short script on both. So today is a special day as we celebrate the 10 years work anniversary of someone who has grown with the organization, contributed immensely and became an integral part of our journey, Mohammad Salim, known as Martin. Let's take a moment to rewind and look at this inspiring journey. It all began on 1st July 2015 when Martin walked into our Himatnagar office as a fresh graduate, full of potential and curiosity, joining a batch of 25 freshers. That was the beginning of something truly remarkable. From July to September 2015, Martin underwent training, learning the ropes, understanding our culture, and preparing for the road ahead. In October 2015, he officially started his career as a recruiter in Edmonton under the mentorship of team lead Rachel. And Rachel is here in office today with us. It was here that Martin began building his reputation as some dependable, hardworking, and committed to excellence. His consistent performance and dedicated didn't go noticed. In 2018, Martin was rewarded with an international trip to Singapore. That same year, he was promoted to admin team lead, a new role with new responsibilities, which he took on with passion and affection. Martin's journey continued to evolve. In July 2022, he was promoted once again, this time as Associate Recruitment Manager. From a fresher to a leader, his path has been nothing short of inspiring. And then came one more meaningful recognition in July 2024. Martin was awarded a family trip to Saudi Arabia for Umrah, a pilgrimage he had long hoped to take. This wasn't just a reward, it was a heartfelt gesture acknowledging not just his work, but his values and dedication. And then came one of the most meaningful, but Martin's contribution go beyond his core role. He has also played an important part in special events at Abacus, coordinating with vendor partners, managing logistics, and most importantly, making sure that the food served during events meet everyone's expectations. In fact, it became a signature of his event planning that employees started calling the biryani served at the events as mutton biryani. That's the level of detail and care he has bring to everything he has done, be it hiring, leading, or feeding. Over the past 10 years, Martin has worn many hats: recruiter, leader, mentor, and above all, a pillar of Abka's family. His journey is a true example of what growth, dedication, and loyalty looks like. Martin, thank you for being a part of our story of for the past decade. Years to your journey, your milestone, and many more years of success ahead. Let's look at a special short video that captures this 10 years journey.
Already reached the contact intersection with expressive time shift.
Are you sharing the screen? Thank you, everyone. That was truly a beautiful journey to witness, Martin. Your story continues to inspire all of us. But the celebration doesn't end there. Today, we are also here to honor another incredible journey, someone who joined Abkas on the very same day as Martin, and over the past 10 years has quietly and gracefully built a legacy of her own. Let's turn our attention now to Misty. Her story is one of the consistency, calm leadership, and quiet excellence. Let me take you through Misty. I know you. Let me take you through Misty's remarkable 10-year journey at Abacus. Misty's journey with Abacus also began on 1st July 2015 when she joined us as a fresher alongside a batch of 25 other bright young minds. Like many great stories, hers began with curiosity, ambition, and willingness to learn. Her training period from July to September 2015 laid the foundation for what was to come, a career filled with growth, evolution, and impact. From October 2015 to January 2016, Misty stepped into the world of recruitment with ESI IT team. Before moving to the Delta Team ESI in February 2016, where she continued her journey until 2017 July. In July, Misty found her true home with the admin team under the leadership of Rachel, where she began making a mark as an admin recruiter. It was here that her focus and her people first approach truly began to shine. Her consistent efforts and growing influence culminated in her promotion to admin team lead in March 2021, a moment that recognized not just her work, but her ability to guide, support, and lead. But the real cherry on the top came a few months later. In September 2021, for her outstanding performance, Misty was awarded a brand new car, a reward that reflected the drive, literally, and in spirit she brings to her role every single day. And beyond the day-to-day task, Misty has always been a quiet force behind the scenes, dependable, consistent, and always leading by example. Over the last decade, Misty has embodied this essence of growth, commitment, and quiet leadership. Her journey reminds us that impact isn't always loud, sometimes it's steady, sincere, and deeply felt. Thank you, Misty. We are proud of everything you have achieved and grateful to have you as part of our Outcast family. Now let's take a walk through a video about her journey with Outcast.
Let's go. Back and front.
Same as Nancy.
Of course, we can't see any of the videos. Huh? We couldn't neither see Martin's.
I'm sorry, Lijo. Let me share the screen.
Yeah, now I think it's coming. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. At this point, we would love to open the floor to our leaders, starting with Sam to share a few words.
Hey, thank you, Feroz. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Loud and clear, Sam.
Okay, good. Feroz, that was an incredible job. I think I just saw Ashok walk on the screen. Welcome back. This guy took like a 2-month break, like sabbatical or something in Goa, but I'm glad to see him again.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, hi Ashok. Nice to see your face again, man. Smiling face.
Thank you.
Anyway, Feroz, that was very well done. Although it was short. And where can I see the stars of that evening? Where are they? Are they hiding? Are they screenshots?
Yeah, Sam, they're hiding. I'll get them onto the camera.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
Okay. There they are. So, 10-year anniversary is special, right? We are not even a 20-year company yet, almost there, but 10 years is a long time in the same company. And that doesn't happen often, right? Especially for those which is not their like 4th job going into 5th job, where you've tried 2-3 different jobs or companies and then you settle down. When you join as a fresher, to stay for 10 years is unusual, right? Because for many reasons, the career pathing and growing in your role and all that, it doesn't happen for 2 reasons, both on the employee side and on the employer side, because there are only so many leadership positions and so on. And if you think of like the hierarchy, right? A lot more of the individual contributors in any company. So for many reasons, this doesn't happen for someone who starts as a fresher in our industry, for a recruiter. You all know that. So this is very, very special for that reason. I'll start with Martin. This guy always is smiling, and many times I tend to club Misty and Martin together because they're so both productive. They are joined us as freshers. Their journey has been parallel to each other, but they're very different people. those of you who work closely with them know that they're both very effective and efficient, but in different ways. So those of you who are listening to this event, don't think they're the same. They're special, but very different, right? That's not something most people realize that. So Martin, very rarely you will have a leader who can get results from his staff, but also at the same time do it in a very conducive way. Like he'll get the results, but his leadership style is unique. And it's a very, like if you think back to your school, you'll have a teacher who is very strict, but you'll also have a teacher who is encouraging you to study, but not by hitting you with a stick. When I was very young in 5th class, they used to hit us with sticks. And in 7th, 8th class, they would shout at us, we'd be scared. But Martin is like the teacher who encourages you to do well, who motivates you to do well without necessarily using the stick in their hand. So I don't know if I'm verbalizing this. Maybe Santosh can do it better, or Rachel probably even better than Santosh, because she firsthand trained these people, both of them, and taught them the job. But that is my observation. Martin is just such a smiling, positive person, and is recruiting that management style doesn't always get results. But Martin will get the results. That's unique about it. Every team lead is different, and Martin is unique about it. I think we had 2 batches of freshers join us, maybe 10, 12 in each, maybe 25 in the first 2 batches. And when you hire freshers, out of 10, only 3 will succeed. The other 7 are either lazy, or they're shy to call candidates, or they don't want to source very well. They just want to call, or they don't want to work a US shift. For many reasons, 70% of freshers don't succeed in this job for different reasons, right? And a few will not only stick on, but they'll do a good job. But only 1 in 100 will become like a superstar, right? And it's kind of, April and I talked that we got 2 out of 100. It should be 1 out of 100, and we have 2 people who become superstars. And those of you who have heard Afroz realize that, he joined us maybe 21, 22, 23, whatever, fresh out of college, fresh out of, enjoying college life and all that, and then joined a company, and then had to learn so many things, the US culture and accent and 100 other things. And he did so well year after year after year, quarter after quarter after quarter, that we're like, hey, we need to promote him. And a lot of times, I'm going off on a tangent here, insecure leaders, insecure managers are always worried about sharing credit with their team members. That's not how Abacus operates. We don't like that kind of leadership, but still, some people have that insecurity in their heart, in their mind. So they're afraid to share the spotlight or give credit. And to Rachel's credit, she was like, hey, let's promote these people. And then, of course, Rachel herself got promoted. She does a very good job as account manager. But that's a side story to this, right? If Rachel says, hey, if they get promoted, then what am I going to do? That is a bad way of looking at it. Even whether you're a recruiter, giving a credit to a sourcer or whatever it is, you need to share the credit. That's where true leadership comes, true character comes. So everybody from Santosh on and Rachel on, they're like, hey, these people are hardworking, they need to be promoted. So Martin is a story for any fresher who joins us, anybody new to the organization, that sees that we promote from within, right? I remember, I'm sure John and Mark and some of our Philippines friends are on this call. But I remember going to Manila maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, forget, with Naveen. And I remember talking to some admin recruiters in Manila. It might have been Mary, who's not with the company anymore. Mary or someone else said, Sam, Martin trains us and it is such a good job. And he's helping us. Although they had recruiting experience in the US market, they were so happy to be working with Martin. Naveen was with me that day, and I'll never forget it because they were like effusive in his leadership and his willingness to share the knowledge and to help and share screen and all that. So it's not just the recruiters in that office in Hyderabad or in India. I remember he even trained the recruiters in the US. Some lead recruiters a couple of years back. April had hired a couple in Michigan, I think. So and I remember the feedback has been like, wow, because Martin's training was amazing. When you're in a different country, it's difficult. So for many, many reasons, it's just amazing to work with someone like that. And, again, I want to go back to my initial comments about Martin, that leaders come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and personalities. But Martin is more of a quiet leader. Like it's amazing because people think of a team lead or a manager or anybody. It doesn't have to be like bang the desk and be in your face management style. Martin is not like that, and that's something people miss. That's what I appreciate about him, because those leaders are the best leaders. When you don't motivate by fear, then it's a longer term leadership, right? That stays longer. So, so many memories. I remember many, many years ago, this is probably 7 years ago, I was lucky to be in Hyderabad for a iftar party. And the iftar party, for those of you who don't know, we are like all in traditional Indian clothes and all that. And the food was amazing. I'm like, man, this food was amazing. And Afroz, I think, stole this line from me. But Martin was in charge of managing that. It was like the mutton biryanis and chicken biryani. And not only was he in charge of managing that event and the food and all that, but what struck me was he was serving the food to everybody. He was actually, serving the food with happiness. You could see the happiness in people. So it's just so many traits he has of a leader. So yesterday I had a meeting with Rakesh and Shravan, some people in the market research team. It was a good meeting with Shravan and Rakesh. But I told them something yesterday. I said, for certain roles, we always feel quality is more important. I mean, quantity is more important than quality, right? Rakesh or Shravan said, we send 100 market research to the crystals of Abacus, to the salespeople of Abacus, right? And I told them, don't just focus on quantity. Quality is very important in our job. In fact, I used John's example. It's not like you're calling 70 candidates in a day. Even if you're calling 30 candidates in a day, if they fit the job order, that's more important. And the reason I remembered yesterday's conversation, I don't know who is AM, Amar Kumar Mishra. Amar, you should mute your phone if you're not talking, Amar.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Thank you, Amar. Sorry, Amar. I was not sure if your pseudonym was showing, but then I realized you don't go by pseudonym. It's not like I don't know who you are for a second. But the reason I remember my conversations with Shravan and Rakesh in this context is, all of you might be thinking we're celebrating 10 years experience. To me, and to April, and to Liju, and to Afroz, Naveen, Santosh, all as leaders, not that I'm forgetting my friend Deborah, she's there, all as leaders, we don't care if you've been with the company 10 months or 10 years. quality of your experience is more important to us than the quantity of your years. You might be with Abacus for 15 years, but if you're not contributing to the company, that doesn't mean anything. So what we are celebrating here is not just the 10 years. It's a big milestone, but don't forget the quality of those 10 years. It's high achieving 10 years. Okay? I think Afroz said, we sent Martin to Singapore. Was that a trip by yourself, Martin, or were there other people on the trip with you?
I was alone, sir.
You wanted to go along. Okay. I thought Sai or somebody else joined you, but maybe not.
Because of our contest.
And then we were like, okay, Singapore was good. Where do we have to send him farther away? Like maybe to Paris or somewhere else. And he said, no, one of my, dreams is to go to Mecca on a religious journey. And I know his wife sent me a beautiful, beautiful message about the trip. And I told her through Martin that he deserves it. He and his son and his wife went there, and he said, I'll never forget this trip, but he deserves it. So those trips are just another testament to how good his performance is, right? The funny thing is, my two children have grown up with Abacus, obviously. Just like Abacus is my baby, I have two other babies, actually 3 babies in the house. Leo, my dog, is also my baby. But they grew up with Abacus, and Raj now, he's like taller than me, bigger than me. He goes to gym all the time. He's like all muscular and all that, right? Teenage boys. But one of the trips to India was when he was like 7 years old, and he'll never forget. Martin took him on a motorcycle ride. My son had never been on a motorcycle in his life. That was the first time. And I remember Sirisha was worried, he's wearing helmet and all that. I'm like, this is Hyderabad. What helmet? Nobody wears helmet. And my son still talks about Martin and that motorcycle ride he did. So like, Dad, that was amazing. And now he's like, as I said, taller than me and all that. But this was like 10 years ago. And Martin took him on a ride. It was just such a pleasant experience for him. And on a personal note, right, I mentioned his wife and kids. So he joined us as a 21, 22-year-old. Then I've seen him grow in his personal life too. He got married, I think, 3-4 years ago. He has a son now, who's 2 years old, Martin?
3.5.
How much?
3, sir. 3.5.
3.5. Okay. So, when we say Abacus is family, we enjoy people's personal growth as well. So he's, grown up in our eyes, from a 22-year-old to whatever age is married, he's got a kid. So we love to see that personal growth and stability in people's lives as well. So, Martin, thank you for everything. Thank you for being a great, great colleague. And I'll finish my thoughts about Misty as well, so that I can share this stage with Naveen or Deborah, Rachel and April. But let's move on to another of my favorite persons in Abacus. Someone I absolutely love working with, just like I love Martin. I love Misty, and I'll never forget one day I was looking at a report, and I think Rachel had, I don't remember, I think maybe 7 recruiters. And Misty's performance in that 1 month was more than the other 6 recruiters combined, right? It was unbelievable. I think she had 13 starts in a month when the rest of the team didn't combine to 13. I will never forget that. I will not forget that moment. I don't remember the number specifically, but I think her total was 13, rest of the team was at 12. And her goal was 3 or 4 per month. I was like, oh my God, Misty is like, this is too much even for Misty, right? So, they say actions speak louder than words. right? We all heard that phrase. Action speaks louder than words. And one day I looked at myself. I'm like, what is louder than action? Because you can say words, you can praise people, but that's not enough. So you have to show in action. So for Misty, we showed in our actions, right? April would give her quarterly award after quarterly award after quarterly award, annual award after annual award after annual award. And Misty is like, I'm not interested in going to Singapore, or that's okay, I don't need to go to Singapore, or something like that. I forget what the reason was. But sometimes even actions are not enough. I looked at myself, I talked to April, I talked to Santosh, and I'm like, okay, what do you do when even actions are not enough? So I said, let's buy her those 2-engine planes so that she can fly a plane by herself. Right? In US, a lot of people hobby is to just fly a plane. So I'm like, can we afford a plane? Let's buy her a small plane, because the Begumpet airport is now for not international flights or domestic flights. It's now for this hobby flights. Begumpet is in the middle of Hyderabad. So I'm like, let's buy her a plane, and that's probably louder than any actions. And she can fly the plane with 4-seater, right? Her family or her girlfriends or something. And then April said, are you crazy? We can't afford a plane. As much as you're impressed with her, we can't buy her a plane. So I said, okay, what is less than a plane? So we bought her a car. Misty, you wanted a plane, right? So we bought her a car. So that's what I meant by sometimes words are not enough, action. Actions are also not enough, so we bought her a car. I think Afroz showed that car on the presentation. Is it a chocolate color or black color? Blue? Okay, it was a dark color. And it's been so many years, I'm still waiting when I go to Hyderabad. I sit in the passenger seat and Misty drives me to my Starbucks, and she still hasn't done that. In fact, she has personal chauffeurs driving her car. Her brother, maybe now her husband, she's sitting in the back seat like in a Uber. She's just having chauffeurs for the car. I think her brother drove her, or maybe her husband, I don't know. Are you driving a car still or not? No? In America, at 15 and a half, you can drive a car. So for 1 year, Shirish and I are waiting for Raj to learn driving so that we are not his Uber drivers, to basketball practice, to golf practice. And I can't wait for the day when he can drive, because I'm not an Uber driver anymore. But your family is still hoping when you will drive that car. So April Vishaw just bought a plane for her. Maybe should have flown the plane without traffic in the yeah, but anyway, so if those of you who think, why did they buy her a car? It's not because she's April's second cousin or she's related to Rachel. Nothing like that. It's a performance, right? And people thought, okay, we bought a car to make it a publicity stunt. Of course, we put it on our LinkedIn. We are proud of Misty, but that's not the reason. When someone is winning quarterly award every quarter, and her performance was so much better, equal to 5 people, we have to buy her a car. And I keep telling her when I go to Hyderabad, when are you turning in the car and buying the latest version? I think that was like Hyundai i3 or something like that. So I'm sure the i9 is in the market. I'm like, when are you turning in that car? So that we buy the next version. But first she has to drive that car. So again, closing off, I love Misty's style of management. It is not like Martin's. I joked with April, if I work, I started my career as a recruiter. Many of you know that. I still am a recruiter. In fact, last night I was on Monster, and I was on Career Builder, and for the first time, I went from Career Builder to Monster by clicking a button. And I usually don't do that. I'm like, I haven't done that ever. Where from Career Builder is owned by Monster, Monster Career Builder merged. But with the click of a button last night when I was sourcing for an order, I went from Career Builder to Monster. But the reason I say that is at my heart, I'm a recruiter. Nothing gives me more happiness when I'm sourcing candidates on Monster or Career Builder. I know most of you won't believe me, because I love sales as well, but more than sales, I love recruiting. But my life is all about meetings and all that, but that's okay. I love whenever I can recruit, even if it's 1 hour every 2 weeks. That's why I keep telling Deborah, assign me more orders to source. And Deborah will be like, no, Sam, I can source, don't worry. But Deborah and I are sourcers and recruiters at heart. But I digressed, completely went off on a tangent. But, talking about leadership. I joked one day with April that, April, I came back from Hyderabad. If I'm a recruiter under Misty, I think she'll put me on probation or she'll fire me because she's a strict boss. This was like 6-7 years ago. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not working under Misty. I'm not scaring any of Misty's recruiters because you're lucky. Because a strict boss, a boss who tells you what is required, is better than a boss who is passive. Then people keep making mistake after mistake after mistake, and people don't realize it. In fact, April and I were talking yesterday. If we don't tell our staff how they have to perform, is it their fault that they're not meeting the targets? Or is it our fault as a leader and a manager? It's our fault. That's what April and I are trying to make sure everybody in the company knows the urgency. You can't make mistakes. You can't relax. But that's why I always loved managers who are like Misty. Because you want a boss who will tell you what is required. They will not only increase your commission, they'll keep your job safe, and they'll get you to succeed in your job. That's what you need. So I joke that with Deborah or April, if I'm Misty's recruiter, I'd be on probation within 3 months if I become lazy. But I love that. So different management style, but end result is the same, right? So the path of the journey might be different, but the destination is the same for both of them. Again, I can truly say, without sounding cliquish, that I'm enjoying the quality of their years, 10 years, in addition to their quantity of the 10 years. Truly, probably better than anybody. The quality is important to me now, not quantity. And both of you, I can't thank you enough for being our colleague, being true leaders, and getting Abacus on the path to success. I mean, even when we have a bad quarter as a company, many times we are safe with some of our clients because clients are looking at our overall hit rate, not our hit rate only on professional or ESI or this and that, but the admin hit rates have saved April and me many, many times with many clients. And that's thanks to Misty and Martin. And I want to close this by also thanking Rachel for being a great leader and recognizing talent and making sure that talent deserves the credit, right? So April and I are not sitting next to, where is my friend Rachel? Is Anish suddenly camera shy?
She's on a client call, Sam.
Oh, okay. That's more important. So thanks to all the leaders, Santosh, Deborah, who are involved with helping Misty and Martin. So thank you guys, and a round of applause to both of you.
Thank you, Sam. Before we go to next, I also have a recent experience with Martin, which I want to share here. I actually, for personal reason, had to get my daughter to office last week, and the kind of welcome she had got, and then the way she was feeling special and happy. She also told me that, like, Mama, after my studies, I want to join Abacus too. So Martin was one among them. Definitely, Santosh, Naveen, everyone had welcomed her, and in fact, they took her out. But the moment Martin saw her, he ordered a big chocolate box for her, and like he came and gave that to her. So she was like, "Oh, this was surprising. I didn't expect this."
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
So thank you, Sam. So can I request April to share some words?
Of course, I'm going to be quick, just because Sam said a lot of everything that I would say. But I have a question for both of you. When you guys were recruiters, what was the highest number of placements that you each got in a month? Because I'm sure you remember that. Do you remember yours, Martin?
No, maybe like more than 12 or 15.
Probably.
It was 13.
Yeah.
12 or 13, okay.
Yeah. What about you, Misty?
Maybe same April.
So, guys, to all the recruiters out there, watching Misty and Martin recruit every single month together was amazing. So even though they were both individual recruiters and they worked, they would have this like friendly, fun competition between the two of them. And they were always trying to outdo each other, but in a good way, right? So it was always every month. Who had more, right? And we'd be waiting for that 30 days to get up to see who was going to have more and who was going to win the award. And there was many times that they probably each got it, they shared it. There was so much, but they had so much fun recruiting. And I mean, to be getting 15 placements a month for both of them, like Sam said, that was more than all the other recruiters combined. And they were just doing that themselves. But that time was so fun to watch both of you. You know, we got an order. I remember some of those, you know, NCR orders or those bulk orders, and you guys would just get on them. And I mean, within an hour or two, you had so many submittals, and all of your candidates would get hired. But it was just amazing to watch you guys. That was definitely some of the most fun times. That friendly competition between the two. But over the past 10 years, it's been amazing to watch you both grow into your new roles, and not just professionally, but personally as well. To watch you both, you know, go through everything, to get married, Martin have a son, or I mean a child, sorry. All of those things. And it's been exciting, and I'm so proud of you, both personally and professionally. So thank you, and I look forward to celebrating you guys again.
Thank you, everyone. Can I request Naveen to share some of
Sure. Thank you, of course, for giving an opportunity. There's nothing much that I can follow up after, you know, Sam, you know, so detailed in, you know, talking about Misty and about Martin. And, you know, I don't have much, but, you know, I would just say that I truly wish I was there in person to actually special, you know, celebrate this special occasion. And, but again, you know, I have some personal emergencies and I could not be there. So I'm sorry about that, Misty and Martin. And, you know, I have, you know, inspiration. I have a lot of inspiration. They give a lot of inspiration. Yeah, you know, I take a lot of admiration from people who work in and out, who actually perform and get results done. And 10 years is a remarkable milestone with us, with Abacus. And yeah, to speak about Martin, great colleague, okay? His dedication, leadership, problem solving mindset. You know, there are many, you know, I don't have words to, you know, given the time and to explain what all things he can do. He's always forthcoming actually to help out colleagues and everyone. So thank you, Martin. It was great pleasure, you know, great pleasure working with you, and look forward to, you know, many more milestones and achievements in this organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naveen.
Coming to Misty, very public girl, you know, firecracker, you know, if I can put it in that words. Very eventful year for her. She got married recently, a couple of months back. And, you know, she's taken the car she's taken as a dowry now. So just to let you know where the car is, it's a part of the dowry package. They did a nice, you know, polish for it and put it at the wedding as a display. So yeah, so very, you know, the way she talks and the way she acts as a leader, two different things. It's like a switch; it keeps on flipping. You either love her or hate her as a, you know, a team member, but you know, ultimately, what she wants is results, and she strives for it. learns, evolves, and implements. So that's one thing that I can tell about Misty. Again, I'm not that qualified. I've been working with them for like 3-4 years, in very closely. But I think so Santosh and Rachel will have a lot more things to say. They have worked with them, they managed them, they have seen them grow day in, day out. So, Misty, again, thank you so much. Okay, next time we'll make sure something that you can use, right? And all the best, very, very eventful year for you. Looking forward to many more milestones and successes, in the organization with you being there. Thank you, Misty, for everything that you do day in, day out. Same day, Martin, thank you very, very much for everything that you do, which is part of your job and which is not part of your job as well. So thank you so much. And congratulations again on a wonderful journey with Abacus. And I wish and I pray that it continues and you grow to way further in the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Naveen.
Now I request Santosh to please come over and say some words.
No, I'll actually have Rachel talk first because Rachel's work more closely in a zoomed in environment.
Rachel, please come here.
Please.
Oh my God.
It's rare for Rachel to be on the camera, so.
I'm almost feeling like it's a graduation day where I'm joining my teammates and congratulating them for their achievement. I don't know what I'm going to talk, but my mind is full of all memories, how they started and what all they have done so far. It's been incredible journey, very hardworking, two talented people who started as a freshers at Abacus and then grew career-wise by leaps and bounds, different positions, managed teams, teammates, assisted many colleagues who were new to the process, guided them. Both have been outstanding. I am talking collectively both about Martin and Misty. I think they are both synonym to probably success, hard work, and two challenging individuals. Give them any assignment, any task, and they are there to make sure that this is taken care. Any task assigned, any project work, work-wise, anything that you give them, one can be rest assured that the work is done. So incredibly talented people. Won so many awards. I'm like, there's a flood of memories. I haven't seen any quarter, or maybe if at all we talk about awards, I think there should be one big showcase or something where they have all the awards. All awards of Abacus are with them. I would say that. Haven't been a single occasion where they were not awarded, and it gives me immense pride that they were part of the team, and I worked with them so closely. So congratulations to both of them. Thank you for all that you have done so far, and I know you're going to do even better and continue to inspire people around and help them to be better at their work. Thank you and congratulations. And you both know that I mean more than what I'm talking, so we can connect separately and discuss what I actually meant. Thank you guys.
No, it's your turn.
Okay, so do I have to do the camera?
Yes, please.
All right, so I was a part of the hiring team for both Martin and Misty. We started hiring. I know Sam was in Hyderabad back in 2015, early 2015 or end of 2014, and we made this decision that we should start hiring batches of freshers. Which batch do you guys belong to?
Batch 2.
Second batch. So they only belong to batch 2 of 8 batches. 8 batches there? 8 batches that Deborah personally trained, and Sam covered a lot of what I wanted to say. So I was telling Afroz, you should give it to Sam after all of us talk because he's so good. So out of 8 batches, they were in batch 2, and out of 8 batches, we hardly have anybody here on the floor, and to have 2 people stand here as leaders is itself a celebration. So we're not just celebrating 10 years of Martin and Misty, guys. We're celebrating 10 years of growth, personally, professionally. As company grew, they grew with the company. So it's 10 years of productive celebration, which makes me very, very, very proud. I remember them when I interviewed them, and you guys don't remember your numbers. You are 13 in 2018 April. He's got 13. I don't remember the month, but Martin has 13 that month, and so did Misty. Both
Yeah.
of them had same numbers, different months, and each time their numbers were bigger than the entire team itself. I think that was the best month. I was the recruiting manager back then, and I don't forget those numbers even if you do. So good job, guys. I mean, it wasn't easy for Martin and Misty. It hasn't been, and it will never be for the next 10 years. I was driving to office and a lot of traffic, right? It's raining outside and there's a lot of traffic. So 20 years for a company is still very young for a company. So Abacus is less than 20 years young, and for about 10 plus 15 10 or 15 people to have completed 10 years. So Sam was talking about when we gave a car to Misty, people said it could be a publicity stunt. A company 20 years young with over 10 people celebrating 10 years doesn't need a publicity stunt, right? For all of those critics out there. So again, it's very, very difficult to be a leader like Martin and a leader like Misty. Both are different flavor of leaders. It's even more difficult to be a Martin and to lead a team very, very successfully. Calm, smiling, teaching, being a teacher, and all that. And Misty on the other side, Deborah and I were looking at each other and smiling when Afroz said calm leadership for Misty. It isn't calm leadership at all. Misty is a very, very, very aggressive leader.
I saw her like that in the last 7 months.
She was acting. You're a new HR, of course. So as aggressive as she is, she squeezes results. Not rude. There's a difference between being rude and being aggressive as a leader, right? So two different people from the same batch that started as freshers, today they're standing here as leaders. One aggressive, one not aggressive, but both successful. So thank you. Like I said, April, Sam, Naveen, and Rachel talked a lot about you guys personally, but thank you for everything you do, Martin, not just as a leader, as a person, but everything you do for Abacus outside. I know I sent you a video message someday about some party that we recently had, but Martin contributes beyond just his contribution as a leader for the team. Sam was talking about a iftar party. So he takes that ownership. There are very, very, very few people in any organization, right? Not just Abacus, where you feel like, okay, this is mine, and I got to do everything. Whether it is helping a recruiter perform, or training a team, or contributing to I hate to say non-productive, that's still productive, but it's not related to work itself. So he takes ownership, and it's not easy, to conduct a December 1st iftar party, which means from 3 days ago, he's talking to vendors and getting everything together, only to see all of us coming and celebrating the occasion. So thank you so much, Martin. And, I can't forget Misty back in 2016, when we wanted to move her from ESI to admin. She didn't like it. In fact, I think she went and complained to Abdul back then, and she started crying that, hey, I don't want to move teams. And later, I think she's today standing here tall and proud of what she achieved in that team as a recruiter, as a leader. So Martin and Misty stand as inspiration to a lot of us and to a lot of new people that recently joined us. Thank you for everything you guys do day in and day out. Thanks.
I now request Deborah to come on.
Okay. Well, I'll keep it short. Well, they are the first. I'm the first person who they interacted with me as soon as they have got into Abacus. So they belong to the second batch. So second batch is like, I am a trainer, so I grew along with them. So my first batch is a learning for me, and then second batch onwards, I started, growing myself as a trainer too. So I can say that people call me mom or mother kind of thing, right? So that kind of feeling is what I feel right now, a proud person. And as Sam told, there are two different individuals with a result-oriented approach. What they have, right? So Misty, she's as aggressive like a lioness. Like, she wants something, she gets that at any cost, right? So, but she also have an approach where she will not settle for the low. She wants to aim high and set an example for others, right? And I'm a bit emotional, so please excuse me. And Martin, he's a pure soul, I can say. So there are very few people whom I met in my life who are very pure at heart, and he's one among them. I mean, I can't say that I am pure at all the times, but he is.
I can't say that either.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
So
Agree with you.
yeah, that aura you can feel when you're with them, right? So congratulations once again, Martin and Misty, and all the very best for your future 10 years and as well as your personal life as well. Yeah. Thank you guys. And everyone over here, take as much as inspiration from what they do. So I take inspiration on little things what they come up with, come to me on asking questions or whatever it is, discussions and all that. And that will truly help you in every way, be it in your daily work or your decisions or kind of thing, right? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And now it's time to hear from the stars of the day.
Martin.
Martin and Misty, please share your experience, your journey, about your journey with us.
Seriously, I have nothing now because Sam, April, Santosh, Deborah, they've taken my words. Everything you want to know
Acha
about
bahana
me.
hai. We want you to talk.
Santosh told me that next time onwards I should start with stars of the day and then last and then move to leaders. So I'll do that next time.
So I would like to take this stage and extend my thanks to each one of you standing here and the call to make this 10 years work anniversary celebration and meaningful occasion. Uh, your presence have, I don't have words to express my feeling. I'm a bit emotional now. It's very rare that I get emotions, but yeah, I want to take this stage to thank, and I just wanted to show gratitude to Abacus, Sam, April, all the leaders here, CRMs, TLs, who was a part of my success story. So I wanted to take gratitude, and each and every one of you. If I'm not taking your name, that doesn't mean that you're not the part. But yes, uh, thank you from my bottom of my heart. I never expected that 10 years back I'll be standing here celebrating like my 10-year work anniversary with the veterans like Sam and April on the call. I've worked with many batches, with batch of recruiters, and I know I can understand what's going in the mind of recruiters if they are even like 2 years experience, 3 years experience, because I've been there, I've recruited many years, so I know exactly what's going on. But yeah, that was an amazing and great, beautiful journey with Abacus 10 years. I can, for right now, everyone knows that we started as a fresher because everyone here is said. So yeah, I started here as a fresher back in 2015. I can still remember my interview with Santosh and Abdul there. And when I got hired, I did not have any clarity what I'm going to do, what is recruiting. Deborah trained us for like 3 months. It was a classroom training, and
That was the first batch. It took longer time.
yeah, longer time. Exactly. So I want to thank each and everyone for that, and from my bottom of my heart, and also my teammates, my recruiters. I'm talking to like 3 different countries here. The recruiters sitting in Philippines, thank you. You all are my part of like success story. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone. Actually, I have a stage fear, but I'll try to talk today. So I'm very happy to stand here, and I'm very happy to listen the words from Sam April. Thank you for keeping trust on me and giving me an opportunity to prove myself here.
And the car.
And trust is needed for everyone. So Sam and April had a trust on me, and thanks for giving me a team. And one big achievement for me is I always dreamt to take a award at Martin, 10 years award, which was very special for me. And I'm standing here because of Rachel, Kelly, they are my mentors, and Martin, Deborah as well. These four people are very important for me. I'm here standing, taking an award, leader, and everything because of them, because I had so much ups and downs. I felt little pressure working, like everyone has, but they were very much supportive for me. So thank you, everyone. And as all know, I started as a fresher and worked in different teams, ESI, Delta team, and later I settled in admin team. And Rachel gave me so much of support. I cannot say Rachel is a manager, Sam. Seriously, she's like a sister for me. And every time she supported me. And till today, I have questions. I go to Rachel's for any questions. And thank you guys for this opportunity. And this is my short journey.
Thank you, Martin and Misty. On behalf of entire Abacus family, we congratulate you once again and look forward to many more years of success, laughter, and milestones together.
Thank you, Pros.
I now request Santosh to share the awards with both.
Okay, with a really big round of applause. This is for Mohammed Salim Mani. Congratulations. 10 more to go.
Rachel,
Let Deborah do. Okay, another big round of applause for Misty Mallika. Deborah to present.
Both.
Yes. Congratulations.
No, as it is good. Just put it
You can turn the wire later.
Come on, guys.
Ulta. It's your turn. Enjoy that.
you are part of them.
Yeah, I'm a small part of it, but 80% is their work.
So wishing you a happy 10th work anniversary, Misty and Martin. There's no candle, guys. Do it. You want your team with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Martin and Misty's team,
Please come
come.
here.
Come forward.
Matt,
We'll take the picture.
Matt, come back.
We know we are not good photographers, but we'll try.
Go behind them. For another 10 to go. There you go.
Oh.
it's a cultural this thing.
Women
Not just
empowerment.
every cultural this thing.
Why are you shy?
Thank you, Misty and Martin. Thank you, everyone, for joining the celebration.
Congratulations, Marty and Misty.
Congratulations, guys, once
Misty and
again.
Martin.
Thank you, Sam.
Bye.
There is a trophy. 10 years anniversary trophy should be there, no? That 10 years. Make it అప్పుడే 10 years people and we join in. I mean it's so this thing, right? అంటే అన్ని ఇయర్స్ అయిపోయిందా అని ఒక this thing. Yes. చెక్ చేసింది ఇక్కడ
Please tell